In the heart of a silent forest, an ancient evil stirs. A demon emerges from its slumber, wreaking havoc on the unsuspecting villagers. All hope seems lost until a lone samurai steps forward. With his katana drawn, he faces the demon in a battle for the ages. But will the samurai be able to defeat this powerful creature, or will he become another victim of its wrath? Let's find out. The forest was eerily silent, the kind of silence that made the hairs on the back of your neck stand up. It was the kind of silence you could almost feel. The only sound was the gentle rustling of leaves and the soft chirping of crickets. It was the kind of silence that made you feel like you were being watched. Suddenly, the silence was shattered. A guttural roar echoed through the trees, sending shivers down the spines of the villagers who had gathered at the edge of the forest. They watched in horror as a massive demon emerged from the trees. Its eyes glowed red, its teeth were sharp and long, and its claws were as big as the hands of the villagers. The demon let out another roar, this time even louder than before. It took a step forward, and the ground trembled beneath its feet. The villagers screamed and ran for their lives. They knew that this demon had been terrorizing the countryside for weeks now, and they didn't want to be its next victim. But there was one person who wasn't afraid. A lone samurai stood his ground. His katana was drawn, and he was ready to fight. He had heard the demon's roar and knew that he had to do something. He couldn't bear the thought of the villagers being slaughtered, and he was the only one who could stop the demon. He took a deep breath and charged forward. Steel met fire as the samurai's katana connected with the demon's claws. Sparks flew, and the air around them crackled with energy. The demon roared in pain and anger as the samurai continued his assault. With every strike, the samurai put everything into it. He was fast and precise, and the demon was unable to land a single blow. The samurai was fueled by the screams of the villagers, and the thought of protecting them gave him strength. As the battle raged on, the demon became more and more desperate. It tried to flee, but the samurai was too quick for it. He chased it down and continued his relentless assault. Finally, with a mighty roar, the demon fell to the ground. Its eyes lost their glow, and its body began to smoke. The samurai stood over the fallen demon and raised his katana. He was ready to deliver the final blow, but as he did, the demon spoke. Its voice was raspy and weak, but it was filled with power. It told the samurai that it was too late, that the forest was doomed, and that there was no hope for the villagers. The samurai hesitated. He wasn't sure what to do. Should he end the demon's life or listen to what it had to say? In the end, he decided to listen. And as the demon spoke, he learned that there was still hope. The demon told him that there was a way to break the curse that had been placed on the forest, and that if he could do that, then the demon would be freed and the village would be saved. The samurai didn't hesitate. He knew that this was his chance to save everyone, and he took it. He followed the demon's instructions and performed the ritual that would break the curse, and as he did, the forest began to change. The trees that had been withered and dead began to green, and the animals that had been driven away returned. And then the unthinkable happened. The demon thanked the samurai and then disappeared. The forest was saved and the villagers were safe. The samurai had done it again. He had saved the day. The villagers cheered and celebrated. They were grateful to the samurai for his bravery and his selflessness. They knew that they wouldn't be alive without him. But the samurai was gone. He had vanished into the forest. All that was left was his katana, gleaming in the sunlight. And as the villagers picked it up, they knew that they would never forget the brave samurai who had saved them. So, do you think the story had a twist ending? Comment below. And don't forget to hit that like button for more epic stories.